Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my little reading buddy, and today we're going to talk about summerween. So summerween is something I have seen. I think she wants to get down. You want down? You're going to sit here and talk. She's a bit clean today. Fantastic, I love it. So summerween is something I've seen across the booktube sphere, and basically it is all of these booktubers have basically started getting ready for Halloween by reading books that are scary and spooky and getting them into the Halloween mood. And so that's why they're calling it summerween, because it's still summer over there. But it's winter where I live, so I thought I would change it up and call it winterween instead, because winterween is kind of, you know, getting ready for Halloween here. So Halloween here where I live is in spring, so it's kind of warm, which is nice, but besides the point. So basically, if you guys saw my August TBR list, I told you all what I wanted to read for this month, which was A Conspiracy of Bones, Rivers of London, and I think I said I wanted to read Shadow and Bone. What else did I say? Tara Moss, the Cobra Queen, and there was another book. No, it was just 5. Yeah, because I said I was in a little bit of a rut, which I really was and still am in a bit of a reading rut. I think, and a lot of that has got to do with as well, like what I've been reading in the past and kind of, you know, like looking forward to new books coming out and they're just taking so long. And so like that kind of led to my reading rut. And so August has just kind of been a really slow month for me. In reading wise, I think I've read about like 3 books, so it's kind of, yeah, like unheard of. But I thought for not only like September, but my winterween kind of TBR, I thought I would include the books that are scary and spooky to get me in the mood. So for my winterween, I am including The Rivers of London, because it just sounds so cool. So this is London as you've never seen it before, a city of wonder and terrors, a city of ancient secrets which is haunted by its past, a city where you are never far from magic, a city Peter Grant will help you discover. So that sounds really cool. So basically Peter Grant is a supernatural police officer, and he brings people to justice with supernatural kind of powers. Supernatural people to justice. So this book has 9 books in the series, with the next book being released in February, so that's exciting. So that's the first book at the top of my list. The next book is A Conspiracy of Bones, which is a Temperance Brennan novel, which is really exciting. And so the next book I'm planning to read is This Savage Song, which I actually have started with this book for my winterween kind of collection. Yeah, so this is The Savage Song, which I think is cool. It's basically, okay, wait, there's a bit of a backstory behind this one. So I was given this as a random act of kindness, which was amazing. And so I'm really excited to read this. I think I've started the first, I'm up to page 13 of, well, no, not really page 13. It's like page 2, but it's counted as 13. I don't know why. Yeah, so basically I have never read V.E. Schwab, but I've heard so many good things about her, so I really wanted to give her a go. And that was why I put it on my TBR list. You're falling. Yeah, that's why, not my TBR list, my random act of kindness list, and someone kindly gifted it to me. So yeah, so this book here is basically, it's Kate Harker and Austin Flynn are the heirs to a divided city, a grisly metropolis where violence has begun to create real and deadly monsters. All Kate wants is to be as ruthless as her father, who let the monsters roam free and make the inhabitants pay for his protection. August just wants to be human, as good-hearted as his own father, but his curse is to be what the humans fear. The thin truce that keeps the Harker and Flynn families at peace is crumbling, and an assassination attempt forces Kate and August into a tenuous alliance. But how long will they survive in a city where no one is safe and monsters are real? How sick does that sound? Like, wow, okay. It kind of has Romeo and Juliet vibes, like, you know, forbidden love, that kind of thing. So that's exciting. Oh my god, it sounds so sick. I'm so excited to read that. But yeah, so this week I read The Cobra Queen, which was my first winterween book. Yeah, it's exciting. I really like this series, the Pandora English series. I haven't reviewed, like put a formal review on my post on my blog yet, or on Goodreads yet, but that is coming. Yeah, I love Pandora English series. It's fantastic. If you are a Egyptian history buff, honestly, this is the book for you, The Cobra Queen. Like, you kind of do have to read the other 3 books, but you also kind of don't. They all have this kind of build up to the Revolution of the Dead, but it also explains everything as well as the book goes. So it's not like if you pick up the 4th book, you're like, oh my god, what happened? So that's the other thing I really like about books, that like you can pick up halfway through the series and understand exactly what's going on. So this one's one of those books. But so The Cobra Queen is basically about Queen Hatshepsut, I can't pronounce her name, but it sounds like Hatshepsut. I hope I'm not gonna get in trouble for pronouncing this wrong. But Hatshepsut. We're gonna go with Hatshepsut. So basically, this book is so well researched. So I am a bit of an Egypt buff, in the sense that I love watching channels about ancient Egypt history and like the pharaohs and all this stuff. A lot of them, I can't even pronounce their names, as I've just tried. But yeah, so basically, Hatshepsut is, she was the king's wife, but then he and her didn't have a child together. And he had a child with one of his concubines, which was then going to become the next ruler. But then, so the king died when the child was really young, too young to ascend the throne. So King Tut was 9 years old when he ascended the throne in Egypt. But King Tut was from a different dynasty. Hatshepsut was from the Ptolemean dynasty, which was like 1,000 years after. It was like the next kind of generation. And like the laws had changed by then. So with Hatshepsut, she basically became the regent and ascended the throne. But then when she died, her stepson was so angry that he desecrated her grave. And he made sure she was buried without any of her afterlife beings or servants. Okay, Missy's going now. Yeah, so Hatshepsut's stepson basically desecrated her tomb, opened it up, raided it, threw her body out of its sarcophagus, and just kept her basically in he shoved her in a tomb that was not even fit for royalty, and he alone tried to scrub her completely out of the history books. But she is actually probably more influential than even King Tut himself. So historians have really, and archaeologists have really tried to delve a lot into Hatshepsut, just to kind of get an idea of her as a leader. She was so influential as a leader that she actually dressed herself as a king. And so a lot of the photos that they find of her, like on sphinxes and stuff, her face, it's a female face, but it's got like king features, like the thing they used to wear on their chin, and the headpiece, I don't know what that's called, the special like crown, and that kind of thing. So yeah, she's like super important. And Tara Moss did so much research and got absolutely everything accurate as possible when explaining everything about her, and I thought that was amazing, because not only was I reading a fictional novel that's really cool to read, but I was learning so much about a subject that I find super intriguing. And then if you actually even read the ending, she actually even acknowledges the Dr. Zahi Hawass and his team, which is the Egyptologist that actually found her. So I love that, because obviously that means she really researched it so hard that everything in here is factual. So you're not just reading a book, you're actually learning as well as you read. So yeah, so this book basically is about Hatshepsut gets moved to the Met Gala for a special exhibition, and Pandora English, being the 7th daughter, she excuse me, she's the one that can stop the revolution of the dead. But the Cobra Queen, because her grave was desecrated, she demands someone to pay for that desecration. And then I'm not going to say any more because I will spoil it. But yes, so highly recommend this. My only problem with this is, when is the next book coming out? Because it does finish on a cliffhanger, which I find super annoying, especially when I don't know when the next book's coming out. But anyway, just gives me something to look forward to, I guess. Yeah, so that's it really for that. That was my reading for this week. And that's kind of my August wrap up. Is pretty dry, to be honest with you. I read this. So yeah, so those are the books so these have been the books that I've chosen to read in anticipation of Halloween, and I'm super excited. Hopefully I will be able to knock these off kind of like before the end of September, because I have some other books coming which I'm super excited to read. I ordered for my August unboxing, but unfortunately Book Depository is taking forever to ship, which is annoying, but that's okay. So a few of the books that I had coming, I was really excited to read, but yeah, that's gonna have to wait. So yeah, so this is basically what I have planned for September. Obviously this one's already been read, so these are what I have planned for September, and I can't wait to read them. So thank you guys so much for coming along on today's little winterween exhibition. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to more of my content. And if you haven't already, say hi. Drop me something in the comment box down below. I can't wait. I love chatting to people. I love chatting to you. I'd like to hear what you guys are reading for summerween, or anything in anticipation for Halloween. So let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching.